On the morning of May 27, 2016, a sudden scream broke the usual calm. Priyanka, Yogesh's wife, burst out of their bedroom, shouting in fear and distress. She cried out that something terrible had happened to her husband. Yogesh wasn't waking up. He lay there completely still, looking as if he had slipped into unconsciousness. Priyanka's panic quickly caught everyone's attention, and family members rushed to see what had happened. The news spread quickly, reaching Yogesh's parents, who came as fast as they could. Priyanka, clearly shaken, expressed her fear that Yogesh might have had a heart attack. Yogesh's father, who was a doctor, examined him and, with a heavy heart, agreed. It seemed a heart attack had taken his son. Yogesh was rushed to the hospital. However, despite all efforts of the doctors, they still delivered some pretty tragic news. Yogesh was dead. He died at just 42, in which he was an ideal husband and son, as well as a well-established businessman in the plywood industry. Yogesh was renowned for being kind and very hard-working and always worked towards building a better life for his family. Everyone was left in an utter state of shock. Friends and family, neighbors came to pay their last respect to untimely loss. Nothing could calm down Priyanka's deep grief. Around close relatives, she cried like a child. Last rites for Yogesh Batra were performed on the same day, May 27.
Several days later,
Yogesh's parents began to get restless with an apprehension. Though Priyanka claimed that it was a heart attack, they could not relate it to the fact that Yogesh had always been fit. He used to go for exercise regularly and was free from any known health problem. They quietly wished for post-mortem so that all the things could be cleared out. However, Priyanka was strictly against it. And since there was no legal compulsion for a post-mortem, her wishes were fulfilled, leaving them powerless. The weeks turned into months, and ways were found to learn living without Yogesh, but his absence was too huge a gap. Yogesh's mother, now 65, began having disturbing dreams in which she saw her son not serene, but instead saying that he hadn't died of a heart attack. Such dreams made her feel very upset, as if Yogesh wanted her to know something from beyond. One night she opens her case to Yogesh's father. Yogesh's father glosses it off, thinking it is the result of the grudge or sadness, and just tells her how pain does such things. He quickly got worn down as the dreams continued. They had no concrete evidence, but those reoccurring dreams instilled in them a feeling that something was not all right about Yogesh's death. Both parents opted to keep their worries and sorrows to themselves, putting up with their own agony. After marriage, Priyanka and Yogesh started avoiding his parents. There were just too many misconceptions between a mother-in-law and a daughter-in-law. Yogesh's father used to feel that really, Priyanka grieved for Yogesh. She had always seemed devoted to Yogesh, and they had two beautiful children together. Yet, as he watched Priyanka move through her days with a strange normalcy, he began to question if she was really grieving. Still, one thing was on his mind, and that was, how come a fit and healthy man could suffer from a heart attack? Within days, Yogesh's parents realized that their daughter-in-law, Priyanka, wasn't acting like what they envisioned a widow would. Her reaction to the death of her husband didn't fit the profile. She seemed almost normal within a few days, retreating to the gym again after the funeral. A month after Yogesh's death, she had taken over his business, becoming a director within a short period and filling all formalities with absolute ease. She was putting in a lot of effort to build up Yogesh's company, now running it as if nothing bad had happened. Before continuing this video, subscribe to our channel if you want to enjoy daily true crime stories that others don't dare to speak about. The next move that shook Yogesh's family was after his father had passed away. Only a fortnight after the death of their father, Priyanka admitted their two children into a school in Dehradun, far away from home. Yogesh's parents were shaken and hurt by such a decision of a grieving mother just a fortnight after losing a wife. They felt they were losing their grandkids too. It was all further adding to their glee. For the first time in his life, Yogesh's father went to the police station in Haryana and filed a complaint regarding his son's mysterious death. He stressed on the post-mortem that was not done, and the quick final rites without asking any questions, which would establish that no proper investigation had gone on. Surprised and sympathetic, they turned him away, took down a complaint, and did nothing. However, with much frustration but strong-minded effort, Yogesh's father finally decided to hire private detectives known to put much work and resources in their tasks. The detectives began conducting an intense research investigation about every detail of Yogesh's life. They discovered that Yogesh was once a bachelor man who married Priyanka, the beauty queen known for titles like Miss Khalsa and Miss Delhi. His love story had appeared perfect, thus attracting admiration from most people. While everyone connected with them clearly admired them, some who were closer to them felt some unease hidden beneath. Friends later revealed that there had been whispers of Priyanka's discontent in their marriage. After some time, Priyanka resumed life so briskly that detectives were noticing her all the more. They silently communicated with friends and relatives and watched all her movements, especially at the gym. They saw that Priyanka religiously used to exercise at the gym, and that man, Rohit Kumar, was a gym trainer and used to visit their house so often. They decided to trail Priyanka one night and see what she was up to. They had even taken her to a birthday party in July. She was seen dancing close to Rohit, and his touch was close, and it seemed that she and Rohit had moments of laughter and happiness. Both these things made Yogesh's death recent and unsettling. Photographic evidence of their relationship at that time was shown to Yogesh's parents, and they at once recognized Rohit. The photographs confirmed their growing suspicion that Priyanka might not have been as heartbroken as she was making everyone believe. Shockingly, the detectives revealed that Priyanka has gifted a luxury car worth 36 lakh rupees, almost 3.6 million rupees, to Rohit on his birthday. That also raised more suspicion. And on September 14, 2016, 6.5 months from Yogesh's death time, with all information, Yogesh's father went to the police station and filed an FIR against Priyanka and Rohit. With all this evidence apart, the police released both Priyanka and Rohit. Yogesh's parents were demoralized and crushed. Yogesh's father was not the man to give up so easily. He urged the detective agency to carry forward further investigation. The call records showed that Priyanka and Rohit had made nearly 40 calls in the night of the murder of Yogesh, and Rohit was around during those hours. Armed with this new fact, Yogesh's father met the Haryana Judge who, without much ado, transferred the case to Unsolved. Questioning by the family and friends confirmed frequent meetings between Priyanka and Rohit, which led the investigators to the shocking revelation that Rohit had made a fake call to Priyanka on the day of Yogesh's death, thus creating an alibi for both of them. After many intense interrogations, Rohit finally confessed. Yogesh was murdered and is responsible by hand, and Priyanka was the mastermind. The shocking truth emerged: Priyanka has been having an affair with Rohit. And when Yogesh found out about the infidelity and threatened to take legal actions against this, Priyanka came up with a lethal plan, and together with the guy planned to drug and choke Yogesh that fateful night. When these attempts at subjugation failed, they smothered him with a pillow, then faked his death as due to natural causes. With the unveiling of the truth, evidence starts building up against Priyanka and Rohit. Rohit was arrested on 21 March 2017, and the very next day Priyanka was also taken into custody. The case had each one in the courtroom sitting with bated breath. On 6 August 2021, Priyanka was sentenced to serve a lifetime imprisonment term, along with all co-accused people responsible for killing her husband. Yogesh's parents have been left with some kind of closure. The devastating grief of losing a son in such a horrific manner is something they have to deal with. They seem to have lost not only a son but an artifact of themselves. They promised that after the trial, they would make sure Yogesh did not die in vain, so they set forth to prepare and sensitize people about symptoms of cheating and the need for trust relationships. They started addressing different social groups on how to spot such tendencies for deceit and the importance of communication openness in marriages. As they tell that story, they wished people would not let the pain they suffered have to be the last. Yogesh's mother has been saying the same, and told how she wished to have trusted her instincts before. Her dreams were a sort of warning. She learnt that at times, deep down, people know what is not right. So, she urges other people to listen to the gut feel for their loved ones. This sad tale reminds one to think about what someone can do once he gets gripped by greed and selfishness, breaking the cords of love and trust that join people. A relationship is also remembered to become more forthcoming in speaking more often. Yogesh's parents, whilst in grief, realized how they could help society in such a way that it would be through their son's work that his legacy would go on. They transform their pains into purpose to help others out, and thus prove that hope and healing exist even in the most helpless moments. Like and share your thoughts on this case in comments section, and subscribe and turn on bell notification so you can enjoy daily crime stories.